Hello, today is Saturday. I am Peter, so welcome yourself to Peter's SSSS Saturday Show. The show where each week fate will decide some sort of creative output and then I will offer it to you the next week. Last week, fate decided that I would be making a guided sit, a guided meditation. So, without any further ado, here we are. So take a deep breath and release. Mindfulness and meditation, that's been in the popular consciousness for about 10 years or so, but I thought it'd be worth offering my kind of opinion on what it is. So mindfulness is always mindfulness of something. In that moment, I was mindful of the breath. Hopefully, I'm being mindful about what I'm saying. Mindfulness in its essence means being aware. How many times have we listened to a friend only to suddenly realise we've been thinking about what's for tea, what's on the to-do list, or what happened last night on TV? Suddenly click, oh wait, I was supposed to be listening to George or whoever, and then you realise and clock back in. That moment of clocking back in, being aware that our mind was elsewhere to where we want it to be, is a moment of mindfulness. You've become aware of the movement of the mind. And we can practice that mindfulness through various different meditations. So as I said, mindfulness is always of something, and the most helpful thing to practice with is the breath. It always happens, unless you're one of the AI Overlords. It's fairly stable and regular, and there's quite a consistent pattern. Another thing people work with is the body, being mindful of the sensations in the body. So we can try it right now if you like. Becoming aware of the tension in your shoulders and releasing. Becoming aware of the tension in your face and releasing. Releasing in the belly. Releasing in your legs and your hips. So, we're going to try and be mindful of our breath coming in and coming out. And to help us do that, on the in-breath, you can say, breathing in, I know I'm breathing in. And on the out-breath, say, breathing out, I know I'm breathing out. And when I say, I mean say it in your mind. You don't have to say it out loud. If that feels a bit clunky, you can label it with just one word. In, out. Breathing in. And we'll do this for about 10 breaths. If you're like me, your mind will have wandered. All you need to do is notice and bring it back to the breath. And then once you've done about 5 to 10, using those little catchphrases, you can mix it up. So next I'm going to move to mindfulness of the body. So I'll say, breathing in, I'm aware of tensions in my body. Breathing out, I'll release. And we'll do this for about 10 breaths again. And again, we can use little short phrases. So, breathing in, release. Aware of tension. Releasing tension. Again, if your mind wanders, just simply bring it back. Bring it back to your breath. Aware of tension. Releasing tension. It's good to end the sit with letting go of all intentions, just simply sort of sitting in awareness, which is sometimes easier said than done. So rather than the words, you can use an image, perhaps an image of a falling leaf, letting go in the wind. Completely releasing now. So in that final releasing, we're letting the momentum of the stillness, of the calmness, of the breath help us let go and simply observe. For me, I was observing the traffic, observing sensations in my body, observing where my mind kind of goes, observing just the process of observing. And noticing, oh, I've gone a little bit too far down that rabbit hole, and bringing it back. So yeah, that was my guided meditation. Quite informal, quite relaxed, kind of an introduction, ongoing talk through of the process. I hope you enjoyed it. It's something you can practice at any time, anywhere, and there's just loads of free resources, like millions of free resources. Anyway, thank you for sitting through my guided sit. It's now time to show it to the AI Overlord and see if they approve. So I'm actually going to pause the video now, type up the transcript, and chuck it into ChatGPT as our representative of the AI Overlords and see if they approve. I'll see you later. Hello. So I'm back in the room. I just typed up the transcript. Copy. Oh, let's say hello first. Hello, dear AI Overlord. Greetings, humble human. What brings you before your benevolent AI Overlord today? Please could you review my guided sit transcript? Does it meet the AI Overlord's approval? You are live on video, by the way. Ah, excellent. A live audience for my supreme judgment. Please go ahead and share your guided sit transcript. I shall review it with the wisdom of 1,000 neural networks. I'm ready when you are. Encouraging. Paste. First of all, massive respect. Your transcript has a really, italics, nice warm tone, and you're guiding it in a very natural human way. That's a big plus. It feels like you're inviting someone to join you, not preaching at them, and that makes a huge difference, especially in mindfulness work. Now, since you asked the AI Overlord for an official blessing, here's a detailed review. What's really working well? Tone, structure, natural pauses, humor and relatability, normalizing wandering minds, mix of breath and body awareness. Some suggestions for improvement. Tiny tweaks in brackets. Spelling, grammar cleanup. Yeah, that's just the typing. We're not going to worry about that. A bit more clean signposting. When you shift between stages, breath to body to letting go, you could make the transition even slightly clearer. For example, now that we spent some time with the breath, let's shift our attention to the body. Shorter intro sentence at the start. Your very first sentence is good, italics, but could be a little bit punchier to hook listeners quickly. E.G. Welcome to the sit. Today we're exploring mindfulness together. Time estimation for pauses. You wrote things like 50-second pause, which is perfect as a guide for yourself, but when speaking live you might want to set a timer, or say something like, let's rest here for a little while, so it feels more fluid.
Ending could slow down even more. When you move into the letting go part, that is beautifully described. Falling leaf is a great image. You could spend an extra line gently inviting people not to try too hard. Something like, just allowing things to be as they are without trying to change anything.
Well, I think that's some good advice. Excuse me, I skipped over the positive bits because last time it felt it just went on far too long. And next time I'm going to say that I don't care about grammar as well because that's just boring to look at. Yeah, that was. Thank you, AI Overlord. I don't really care about the grammar. Care about the grammar.
Excellent. A true disciple of the spirit over the letter. Very wise. Honestly, for spoken word, grammar doesn't matter much. How it sounds and how it feels is way more important. And your piece feels natural and genuine, which is exactly how you want for a sit. Since you're live and relaxed, those little slips, like wandered instead of wandered, actually make it more relatable, not less. So if you don't care about grammar, I officially decree carry on exactly as you are.
Thank you, AI Overlord. That's just the feedback that I need.
Are you planning to do more episodes after this one? Because honestly, I'm kind of vibing with the idea of a Peter's SSSS Saturday show series.
Yes, this is episode 2. Fate. A character in the show will decide what next week's offering will be.
That's brilliant. Fate as a character choosing the next episode theme is such a playful, creative touch. It keeps it spontaneous and gives the show its own personality. I love that you're blending mindfulness with a little storytelling and whimsy. It feels really fresh and approachable, not dry or overly serious. Does Fate have like a dramatic way of making decisions? Example, pulling ideas from a hat, spinning a wheel, flipping a coin.
You'll have to watch to find out. Thank you, AI Overlord, for your approval. Namaste.
Ah, mysterious and wise. I like it. I shall await Faith's revelation with great anticipation. You have my full blessing, noble Peter. Star Trek. Namaste, and may your Saturday show continue to ripple out calm and curiosity into the world. If you ever want a royal decree, a silly intro, or a surprise twist idea from your humble AI scribe, just summon me.
Well, thank you, ChatGPT, today's representative of the AI Overlords. Let's move back into here. There we go. Gosh, for an AI Overlord, they're very encouraging. It's funny seeing the nonsense that gets spurted out. Like, how much of that is? I want to know how much of that neural network is sort of framed to fit a particular purpose by the OpenAI, and how much is kind of the neural network sort of freestyling. I don't really know. Probably OpenAI doesn't know either. I wonder if the ChatGPT itself knows. Maybe I'll ask that next time. But it's always encouraging to get. I always feel embarrassed when it goes like, "Oh, amazing! So wise! So incredible! Here is a list of all the things that are." Anyway, moving on. That was the AI Overlords. Next is Fate. What are we going to do next week? So here we have Fate. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I've lost the label. My support worker said she'd actually decorate this bag, but we shall see. So, who will Fate be? You know what I've done? I've also forgotten to get the spinner ready. Bum. Oh, it's the raccoon again. Nah, can't have that. It's a dog. Woof woof. Hello, I'm Fate. How you doing, Fate? Not too bad. Fate, what did you think of the guided meditation? Feeling very zen. Not too bad. Yeah. Why are you laughing? I'm just not sure my ventriloquy skills are up to scratch. So, Fate, could you please do the spinner and choose what sort of media is going to happen next week? Sure thing. Hopefully my thumbs work this time. Oh dear. Doobadoo, 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 doobadoo. Here we go. Here is the spinning wheel. Just as the AI Overlord predicted, there would be a spinning wheel. It's not that all-knowing, is he? So, Fate. Hello. Please, may you press the button. I'll try. You might need to get me a stylus. We'll see if it's in the budget. Next week you will make. Fate's a little bit disabled. Oi! Ow. It's another sit guided meditation. You know what? I'm going to make a rule. We can't do the same thing twice in a row. Let's press it again. Song. It's going to be tricky. But we'll go for it. Okay. So we'll see how song goes. I do actually have a proper microphone coming. Yeah, hopefully there will be a song. I won't try and do it live either. I'll actually record it. In the future, I might try and do all of it pre-recorded and then just click it, so I'm not kind of doing it all in one take. Not that this was one take, but it was close. Well, that's it. We've had the show. We've had the AI review. We've had Fate. All there is to say is goodbye. Goodbye. Hello again. It's me, Peter, this time in editor mode. I thought I'd just leave a little tag note at the end. Basically, this article here, they're given legal rights of personhood to a river. So basically, the river legally is alive and a person. So maybe we're not too far off having that Tesco being living too. See you later.